Hey Instagram, hey YouTube, I'm Leah Lordan, I'm your favorite mega church cult survivor, and I'm live now as well on TikTok. Insta, unfortunately, you haven't got the greatest angle of me, but it's never a bad angle. No, but in all seriousness, I'm Leah Lordan, I'm a mega church cult survivor. I spent 18 years in a mega church cult. And now I come online and I expose the church cults and the different tactics and characteristics that they use. Evening, beautiful. So I'm just gonna what I'm gonna be talking about tonight is gonna be based off a plethora of first-hand accounts of survivors. Have I got mods on deck on TikTok? Who's here? Who have I got as mods? Have I got any mods on? Hosanna, I'm gonna make you a mod, yeah. Sorry, TikTok and YouTube. I have to just. Oh, Nancy's on. Nancy, block up some people for me, please, babe. If you go back on the chat. All right, brilliant. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me just. All right, Hosanna, block them up for me. We ain't got time for that. If I've got two mods on, that's fine. If you're on here and you're not a troll, can you please like the live because they try and get me off the net. Anyway. Back to YouTube and Instagram. So today I'm going to be talking about SA, and I'm going to be talking about pred behavior in the mega church cult. I think it's really fitting as it's the SA Awareness Month, and I'm hoping that I can empower, survivors. I'm not going to make this gender specific because we know that there's a lot of pastors and leaders that are on the DL up in the church. Come on, let's just be honest. Especially them man there that are in, praise and worship and that. And anyway, I'm not even trying to be stereotypical. It's just from what I've seen and the accounts of other survivors. But anyway, I'm going to be focusing on tonight a cool first-hand account from a survivor. I'm not going to say which church cult. I'm going to keep it anonymous because this survivor has been through a lot. And yeah, it's just that we just don't need the added extra stuff. So I'm going to be going through the pred behavior. I want to say that this week is the week of exposure where I'm exposing the gospel church cult under the fake leadership of Paul Bethany. So I will be talking about that. And if any survivors are from the gospel church cult, please make yourself known in the chat and feel free to ask questions. But this just guys, this encompasses like all of the church cults, Many women have come forward and spoken about the pred behavior in the church cult. Everyone's got some sort of experience, of a pastor being inappropriate or having, witnessed a pastor being inappropriate or someone in leadership or, someone or you know of someone who knows someone. Hey, okay, I'm spot on. Insta saying I'm spot on. Thanks for the follow. Please follow my main account, Leah Lorda 7 on TikTok. They don't want me to get to 10K. This is a backup account. All right, so the pred behavior in the church cult. I want to start off by, guys, and these notes are all over the place, so I'm just going to be going in and out. But one thing that I've noticed, and this is a pattern that I'm seeing, that when the man, especially when they're in leadership, I'm going to say male in leadership. I'm going to do it from a masculine, feminine lens for this. And this is a first-hand real life account. When they move to the girl and then the girl doesn't give in to their advances, they then label them as a Jezebel. This is a reoccurring theme that I'm seeing that's happening in the church cult. So when you're attractive and you reject them, they start to brand you and they start to label you. But the women that they're sleeping with in the church cult, they'll be concealing and hiding it until most likely, like, the woman usually just has enough and can't take it anymore. And she'll usually go to the pastor and, out of guilt or whatever it is. Sometimes it can be, and this is the thing, I've seen it happen where women have been like sleeping with the guy in the past and it's been over, but he's like forced her to like get rid of, this is an account that happened in my church cult. And then he's gone to go and get remarried so quickly and been appointed a pastor that's when it kind of has, triggered the victim enough to come forward and to speak to someone and to, maybe confide in the pastor or another leader or whatever and tell them what's going on. And instead of them getting supported, they're getting interrogated and they're getting blamed and they're getting demoted and they're getting publicly humiliated in the church cult. there was some content I showed of a girl who had to stand up in front of the whole church cult and apologize for being pregnant. Do you know what I mean? When it says that children are a blessing from the Lord, do you get what I'm saying? But again, there's so much false doctrine, there's so much lies, there's so much just, you know, the Bible's been taken so out of context within Pentecostalism that they've gone so far away. Hey, Queen Spice, help me block them up tonight, girl. They're active. Where there's been an infiltration in the church cult and there's an epidemic. And you know what? I'm really happy to see more people talking about it. Every time I seem to be going through my FYP, I don't know if it's just my algorithm, but people are just talking about, you know, women being really EVIL that are in the church cult. And you know what, guys? I think this is what's waking people up. Like, they're all blaming me for the people not coming back and this and that. But if you weren't behaving that way, when people would come to your church,